Half of Fortune 500 companies were born in a recession. Half. That's Morgan Stanley's number, and it should stop you cold. Because right now, you're reading headlines about hiring freezes and shrinking portfolios, convinced the smart move is to hunker down and wait. So why do the people who actually build wealth do the opposite when everyone else panics? Welcome to Rocket Finance, where we skip the pep talk and look at how money actually moves when the economy sours. Today we are answering one question with real numbers. What do broke people actually do in a recession to come out ahead? And why does it work? If you'd rather understand the mechanics than get yelled at about your morning coffee, stick around and hit subscribe. This is the channel for you. Here's the thing about recessions. The fear is manufactured, and someone profits from it. When the financial media runs wall-to-wall doom coverage, brokerages sell you panic-driven trades, and the same institutions telling you to stay calm are quietly buying the assets you're dumping. The system is built so that regular people sell low out of fear, while patient money buys the discount. You're not irrational for being scared. You're being scared on purpose. So, let's talk about what actually works, starting with the cheapest move, your own skills. Morgan Stanley found roughly half of Fortune 500 companies launched during downturns, and there's a reason. In a recession, companies freeze full-time hiring but still need the work done, so they turn to contractors. A freelance bookkeeper in the US averages around $26 an hour according to late 2025 wage data, and that's the entry point, not the ceiling. Picture a 34-year-old laid-off accountant in Columbus who starts doing books for 3 local restaurants from her kitchen table. Within a year, she's offering cash flow planning and charging triple. The recession didn't create her opportunity by accident. It created it because outsourcing is cheaper than payroll when every dollar is scrutinized. Then there's the boring, recession-proof stuff nobody posts about. When money's tight, people fix instead of replace. A handyman who owns his tools can charge $50 to $150 an hour. Consider a 41-year-old former warehouse manager outside Phoenix, work boots permanently dusty, who turns weekend repair jobs into a scheduling business with 2 subcontractors. Same logic pulls tutoring rates to $40 to $100 an hour because uncertainty makes people upskill. Meanwhile, mobile notaries and loan signing agents earn $47 to $91 per signing, and refinancing spikes when rates fall, which they tend to do in downturns. Now the money side, defensive sectors, utilities, consumer staples, healthcare, hold up because people don't stop buying electricity, groceries, or prescriptions when the economy tanks. Dividend-paying companies with low debt keep sending cash even when their share price drops. The so-called dividend aristocrats have raised payouts for at least 25 straight years. Investment-grade bonds and treasuries actually rise in value as scared investors pile in. And here's where it gets interesting. When stock prices fall, dividend yields rise, meaning the same paycheck buys you more income. That's the discount the panic sellers are handing you. Real estate follows the same pattern. Lower mortgage rates let you lock in payments for decades, and affordable housing holds demand no matter what because people always need somewhere cheap to live. But keep 3 to 6 months of expenses in cash first. Not to earn returns, but to make sure you're never the one forced to sell at the bottom. So if this all works, why don't more people do it? It's not laziness and it's not stupidity. It's a mechanism researchers call the bandwidth tax. Financial stress literally consumes cognitive capacity. Studies out of Princeton and Harvard on scarcity found that the mental load of money worries can drop functional problem solving by the equivalent of a full night without sleep. When you're panicking about rent, your brain has no room left to spot the $26 an hour opportunity or the discounted dividend stock. Scarcity doesn't just make you poorer, it makes you worse at getting unpoor. The recession attacks your money and your ability to think about your money at the same time. That's the trap. And the people telling you to just stay calm and invest are ignoring that you're being asked to make your clearest decisions during your foggiest moment. Which brings us back to that Morgan Stanley number. Half of the biggest companies in America were founded in exactly the conditions that are terrifying you right now. Not because their founders were fearless, but because a downturn strips out the competition, deflates the costs, and rewards anyone who can keep thinking straight while everyone else freezes. Here's the plain takeaway. In a recession, the winning move isn't having capital. It's protecting your bandwidth long enough to act while assets and opportunities are on sale. You're not broke because you made bad choices. You're navigating a system engineered to make you sell low, spend scared, and mistake the discount for a disaster. The discount is real. The panic is the product. If this reframed how you see the next downturn, subscribe and hit like, because clear thinking is the one asset nobody can repossess here at Rocket Finance.